adventure. I am your host, the author, and tonight we join the USS Stavanger, the olive branch of the Shackleton, to play Star Trek Adventures, a tabletop RPG by our friends at Modifius. Every week we continue our adventures on the wild and wonderful frontier of the Federation. And sorry about the delay. We're having like all sorts of scheduling problems. Like this whole month, it's been hard getting people all to show up. So we're kind of like at that point where I'm like trying to stall the story long enough to get people here. But
it's all of us. All of the crew are here. Hello, it's all of us.
Everyone's here.
Yeah, some people seem to think that real life is more important. I don't get that.
I don't understand it. Like, you know, we're trying to save the universe here.
New Year's, Christmas, get it out of here. Star Trek.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, chat. It's buffer time. This entire month is buffer time.
What's a real life?
Now.
Is this the real life or is this just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide.
No escape from reality.
No escape from reality.
It's been a long.
You're all grounded.
You're not my dad.
You can't ground us. You're here past curfew.
Yeah, there's no Bohemian Rhapsody jar, so.
Yeah.
Because Bohemian Rhapsody is awesome and it's mandatory to sing along.
It's true.
That's right.
I will pull over the car and demand that all my passengers sing along with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Then bang your head.
Yes.
I thought you're just contributing to your coworkers' dereliction of duty.
I don't need help getting my coworkers to derelict their duty.
No, you tell them, man.
And on that note, we'll set course for adventure. What's our episode title today? Let's see. Season 1, episode 47. It is not the answer to the life, universe, and everything, unfortunately. I would love to time that out one of these days. But instead, our episode title is Phantom Signal.
Nice.
So we should ignore the distress beacon. Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So when we last left off, our crew who was recovering from the adventure of Akaru Prime, we've had some grave revelations and about some of the happenings in the Shackleton and of the nature of Venix and her people. Oh, however, we also have some mysterious happenings going on with a sister ship of the Stavanger, the USS Falkland, which has recently kind of gone off course and is refusing to answer her hails, and there's some scuttlebutt about a possible mutiny going on. Nothing confirmed yet, but it's been decided that as you guys are en route to work on another mission, and you kind of was on an intercept course with the Falkland anyway, so you decided to deviate course and at least check in on them and see what's going on. You've been traveling for a couple days now, and you are about 8 hours away from the proposed intercept course. You don't quite have them on long range sensors yet, but if there's any preparations you want to do before encountering them, now's the time to do that.
What's on long range sensors? Did you say again?
They're not on long range sensors yet.
So how do I know they're there?
You don't see them.
We don't know they're there. We know that we know their rendezvous point. We just haven't gotten within our sensor's range yet.
Interesting.
Could I just pull up like a dossier of the Falklands command staff? Like, what are they like? Do they suck? Does nobody like them? You know, that sort of vibe.
You might be able to pull stuff on that.
I'll check the personnel. I'll check the personnel file, see if there are any Romulans or any more.
Yeah. Both of you can work together on that.
Copy.
One can lead, the other can assist. Based on the a situation, and you do have some prevalence to at least pull personnel files. You're not going to be able to like pull up psych profiles or personal logs yet, but you can get like the general Starfleet overview. It takes like
fine.
Yeah, it takes like a full subpoena to pull someone's personal logs.
Copy. You can lead, Sorrel. I'll assist.
All right. Standard. Computers is my focus.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you 3 threat for 4. Onwards and downwards.
You just have this happen on the bridge.
Three momentum gained.
And then computers command from the Stavanger.
Okay. 3 momentum gained.
Okay. I'm gonna have to filter some of this. There's a lot of stuff. And we're playing loading games. I'm Captain Koksa. Is Benzite she/her. This is her second command, and previously she was as a field medic, and worked a lot with setting up civilian in hospitals and triage centers during the Dominion War. Specifically, focusing.
Right?
Huh?
Falkland's a medical ship, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. She specifically has a command in foreign medicine for, so she's like really hard on the medical stuff, and like 3 to 4 of her focuses is our medical focus. She's super focused on that, and all of her values are around either helping people in crisis or getting involved in the thick of it. Very much like, if there's a crisis, I'm there to help out.
Okay.
Her chief of security is Nessel Kofer. Tellarite, he, him. Lieutenant, kind of on the younger side. And he still has a very high medical focus. Did some combat medicine, and he has first response on. He's very, very good on getting into dangerous situations, grabbing people out and dragging them out, and that's kind of moved to it kind of translates easily to either medical or security focus.
Intelligence here so far seems pretty box standard.
Yeah.
Do we have the command codes for the ship?
Prefix code.
You would have the prefix X codes.
Okay.
You can easily look those up and have it like available on a thumb drive. I've ready to go when you meet them.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in case we want to disable them without hurting them.
Right. Yeah. Now they've mutinied, right? We know this.
No, it's a rumor, but
do we know the rumor? Like, do we have a reason to be suspicious of them? That's my guess my point.
No, none of the senior staff has any obvious ties. A lot of it's a lot of the same thing of a lot of people having like previous medical or medical adjacent and knowledge, as they just kind of like sub-focused into their specific department.
What is the nature of the rumor that they do we know why they are supposed to have mutinied or whatever, gone AWOL?
For one momentum.
Yeah, I'll spin it because I think that might direct our inquiry.
There was I forgot to do my 3 threat here. Before they went dark, there was a little bit of a inquiry. There was a log placed of a distress signal that was sent, but it was questionable. They weren't quite sure if it was an actionable distress signal, or even if it was as true. And there was a little bit of debate of like, hey, Starfleet, we found the signal, just logging it for posterity, but we don't think this is a actionable thing at this time.
Signal? Was that what you're telling us?
Some sort of phantom signal, maybe.
Maybe. That's the name of the episode.
Dun dun dun. Roll credits.
It's like this ship is some kind of phantom menace.
Nice.
But
You worked it in
no.
first. You get the credit.
Oh no, it's the scimitar.
So basically, from the personnel files, it's all just no red flags.
No red flags
Do they have-
among the personnel files.
Do they have an XO?
They
Or
do.
is there
Give me,
chief of security doubling? Oh, copy. I mean, to mutiny a starship, you need to have either the chief of security or the executive officer in on it, right? Like, there's no way to get around the access code type of situation. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, assuming that's even true that they have mutiny.
Right. Yeah.
A rumor.
if anything, they're not answering comms.
Yeah.
They're AWOL. Except they weren't on leave. They're
They've gone rogue. Absent without leave. Yeah.
Absent while on duty. AWOD. Is that a thing?
AWOD. Yeah.
No, AWOL still covers us.
So when we approach their ship without communications being established, what do?
We keep the shields down. Keep the shields down. Speculate about what problems they might be experiencing, and slowly move in. So I think that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's it. Captain, we needed to relieve commander of his duties.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Kirk.
This SOP was written by Ed Kirk.
Has gone too emotional. His bonds to Leslie and Rost have corrupted his mind.
I'm not even here. He hasn't seen Rost in a year.
I know.
That doesn't change.
We need to arrange some shore leave.
You've been bonded for years. That doesn't change my statement.
The chief of the XO is a Caucasian woman. Satiza, and similar things grew up on a scientific outpost. Was they were a little bit more military focused. They were actually part of a hazardous rescue squad. And then pivoted over to more starship at command later in the war.
Gotcha.
Yeah. While the Tellurite, it was more of like we're in an active battlefield. The Cation XO was more of like a solitary air unit that would go like behind enemy lines to rescue people. Presumably from hazardous situations where they might need immediate medical attention and stabilization before transport.
What mission was the Falkland on when it went dark?
And do we have their last known correspondence they sent to Starfleet?
Krakatoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Last thing they were they were heading towards previously unknown colony that needed medical aid. It was a wildcat colony, a wildcat mining colony that had some severe trouble with air filters and had been struggling with air filters for about 6 months, and we finally found them, got a hold of them, and said, okay, we can help you with your air system and also render aid to anyone who needs it.
Gotcha.
When were they due? When were they due to that colony?
About 6 weeks ago.
Did they ever get
And the
aid?
colony, colony didn't get anything?
Colony hasn't gotten anything yet.
So that could be another issue.
Damn. 6 weeks. That's late. And do we have their last known correspondence to Falkland? What was the last thing they said?
Last known
Slash when?
correspondence. Last known correspondence was 3 weeks ago, and it was us just saying, and we found, it was just a standard like end of the day update. Here's our course, here's our speed, and we found this radio signal. All right, we found the subspace signal. Unsure what it is. It is possible a distress signal. Will advise.
It's full of stars.
My God.
Gotcha. Did they transmit like what the signal was to Starfleet if they were planning on responding to it? Because even at that point, that was 3 weeks after they were supposed to be due at whatever the colony was. So you think Starfleet would be like, "Hey, if you're doing something, at least tell us what the hell you're doing."
Yeah. They didn't upload the message, as they didn't feel the need to forward it.
Gotcha. Alrighty then.
I mean, I guess we just have to do a hard target search, because I don't see anything in this that's giving me any idea what's going on here. Yeah,
I mean, the only thing I can think of is try to pull intelligence to see if I can get like personal dossiers on like how they operate or what they do. So like, this guy's a freak or something. I don't know.
It's a Starfleet ship, so it's not cloaked. So I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna go to long range sensors and see if I find them.
You can certainly do that. You're still looking at like several light years out, so this is gonna be a fairly difficult scan to get anything more detailed than. Well, you do have the brain sensors though, so you might be able to pull this off.
Nice.
So, is that our next step? Captain and Venix, do you have any ideas?
Would having the basic information on the Falkland, like her warp signature, stuff like that, assist in tracking her down?
Yes. Having a warp signature would definitely help. You could easily pull that up.
Okay. That might give us an advantage.
Mm-hmm. It will at least narrow it down, like what you're looking for.
Right.
Computers. Yeah. Reason engineering diff 1. Venix?
Oh, is that for me?
Yeah.
Reason engineer. And computers engineering. Nice.
Hey,
+1.
my job.
So
All right.
Venix succeeded the victory we need.
Easily done. You pulled up the Falklands warp signature for 2 momentum. We can also get their prefix code because that was something we're looking for too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily pulled up in their files. All right. Smith, anything else you want to do before we start our scanning things? Poking them with a long stick?
No.
All right. Reason, science. Nope, not TIF 0. Definitely not TIF 0. You are like light years away.
This is still kind of out on the frontier, so there wouldn't be any other Federation outposts out where the Falkland would have been, right?
No. Yeah, you're like in the middle of the Wild West. Yes, if anything, there might be like a shanty town or like the old saloon in set up alongside the trail.
So no other sources of sensor
There's
data.
only a handful of actual subjects that are controlled by the Federation in this area of space. Doubly so where the Falkland is.
We could put out a general hail to see if any other ships in the area have seen it.
You definitely could. Yeah, there are other ships out here, just that's not a whole lot of Starfleet ships.
But that would be up to you, El Capitan, to see if you wanted to do something like that. Or keep this an internal matter.
I want to keep this internal. If it is a mutiny, I don't want other ships getting close to it.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, Sorrel. Reason science, difficulty 4, assisted by sensor science. You do have 1 trait with the warp signature or data. You also have another trait with the Breen sensors, so you can get a quantum lock on them. So that brings us down to diff 2. Anything else you can throw at this?
Oh, I think that's plenty.
And 6
I
threat.
will. You know what? 1 momentum, 5 threat. How about that?
I see. I
Nice.
see what we're doing here.
Did you take into account advanced sensors already?
Yes, I think he did. Sensor operations as my focus. Reason and science. Onwards and downwards. Haha.
Oh, very nice.
Beautiful.
And the ship roll twice for advanced sensors.
Oh, ship!
Should I? Oh, somebody already got it. Okay.
Shut up.
That was rude.
All right.
Yelling in my ear was rude.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5. All right. again, you're airing out over several light years, but you do catch them on the very edge of your sensor range.
Since I've got a quantum lock, time to fire those quantum torpedoes now.
Please no.
Exactly.
Time out.
We see where they are. Now we strike.
Step
By
4.
time out, I mean you're gonna be putting the brake.
And it's got to be the torpedoes. They're out of phaser range, right?
Yeah. I bet if we fired 1,000, right, it would be a valid warning shot.
There you go.
They're not torpedoes, they're probes that with a little oomph.
They have explosions.
I would like to know their current course and heading.
Easy enough. Let's see, map. We're in this sector. Yes, we're in this sector. Okay. Falkland is this way. Stavanger is coming from up here. All right. Falkland is here, heading this way.
Right, so an intercept course should be fairly straightforward.
Mhm.
All right. I would like to set an intercept course.
Easy enough. Do you want? So you can easily set up an intercept course as to where you meet them in the star system E7. If you want to push it and try to go for the hard one, you might be able to intercept them outside of that system, but you would have to like overshoot the system and like get in front of them first.
Any reason not to meet them in? You said C7?
Echo 7.
Echo 7. Oh, where the sun is?
Yeah, they're heading for that system.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not meet them in the system?
Okay.
I love how Sorrel's making that call, not me.
Aren't I on the bridge? Are you on the bridge?
I'm on the bridge, yeah.
Everyone's on the bridge.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll just transmit that information over to the captain.
I mean, there's sides to both.
System. I want to meet them before the system. I don't want to be in the system in an unknown system dealing with this situation.
Well, I guess we could skedaddle over there.
You have some extra momentum, so if you want to ask some questions about the Falkland, or you could pivot and look at the star system itself.
What other information do I have on the Falkland from the sensor check? Do I have their what speed are they currently operating at?
They're currently at warp 7.8.
Okay, so
Not
scooting along, but not pushing warp 9 or anything.
Yeah, not pushing warp 9, but definitely above of cruise speed.
Cruising speed. Yeah, okay. Any apparent damage that I can get from this distance?
1 momentum.
Okay.
Or your free science officer question.
I'll take.
No external damage. No breaches. However, she's also not transmitting in any long range data. her long range transponder is off. Normally, when ships are traveling through a space, they're like constantly pinging each other. Hey, here's me. I am the Falkland. Here's my status. Yes, and that's just like a buzz of information that's just in the background on all the time. She's not transmitting that.
Well, this is damn peculiar.
Her chamber coils
Says it
are
right there in
overloaded.
my Kirk SOP.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
got that.
all the more reason not to have the confrontation in a system.
Are there any other ships with her?
That is a very good question. One momentum.
Yeah.
No other ships with her. If you want, someone could definitely hail up and see if the Jati or the chat or anyone else friendly might have a ship nearby. The age is packed.
Well, I was just curious if there was any third parties that might be part of this mutiny nearby, if there is one. So,
there is not.
But- okay.
I'm not rushing to try to drag some third party into this. This is an internal matter for Starfleet.
No, I was thinking if there was somebody already over there that's already part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
I'm getting more towards what Author was suggesting. I'm not rushing.
If they are, they're outside of my long range sensors, or they're cloaked.
Or yeah. At this point, if there was like another ship in the area, they would have to be like more than a light year from the Falklands position, based on how hard Sorrel's peering at it.
Yep.
So nothing in the immediate area for
about-
sure. They're not flying in formation.
I've got my eye on you.
How about is there anything unusual about their way they're flying, their emissions, their signatures? Is there anything that's not correct or as it should be?
I already said that their like long range transponder is inoperable.
They're
Right.
the
But if, like,
transponder.
if
You
there
have
was
to turn that
someone-
on.
But if like someone was going to send a message to somebody else, they would send it maybe through an oscillation in their impulse or warp, vibration frequency or something like that. You know what I mean? You didn't want to send it as a regular subspace message, so you would, Morse code it in a, hidden fashion.
That is a good point.
If only we had our former Maquis here to tell us if these things were happening.
I know. I'm angry. Anyways. You see a slight phase variance in their air deflector frequency that doesn't make sense.
Is it in an identifiable pattern?
It isn't in a pattern.
Dot, dash, dash, dash.
It
Is
does
or
appear
is
to be.
not.
It is correct. Is pattern. Pattern is true.
Okay.
Okay. Can we identify the pattern?
It'd be
Run
a
it through the universal translator.
Yeah, it'd be a separate task to run it through the universal translator. But you have that information. You can easily look that up.
Let us peruse it.
All right. Any other questions Angie would like to ask Sorrel before we switch gears?
No, I'm good.
We're good?
Yep.
All right. Reason. I'll take security. Reason security. Difficulty 2. It was assisted by computers. So Venix, if you want to pull that up as you run this through.
Okay. I focus in computers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
+1 for
goodness.
exceptional.
So, oops, all twos. Goodness, what do you want to know? All right, so 2, 6, 7, and if 2, 5. God damn it.
We want to know exactly what that pattern means and what it's saying.
You do. Yeah. It is yeah, it's an old spacer trick to kind of send long range messages is on a lower bit rate than in subspace radio. You would do this if like your radio is out and you need to get a hold of someone. You would like flash your deflector dish in a certain frequency and Morse code. And yeah, sending message now. Actually, I'll send this directly to your console. That sounds fun. All right.
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
All right, message sent.
Captain, I was able to decipher the message from their deflector. States, SOS ship captured by mutiny crew heading to strange distress signal. Say you help, will be let in.
Oh.
So it sounds like there is someone that is not a part of this mutiny willingly sending out a message.
Mr. Venix, prepare your security teams. Helm, get us ahead of that plant. Get us ahead of that star system. I do not want to be in it for this confrontation.
You have a whole bunch of floats, so let's resolve some of that.
Can I use that to prepare a boarding team?
Yeah, to momentum, and you can prepare a boarding team.
Okay. So basically, we'll go over the procedure on boarding a ship, the layout of the Falkland, the important critical areas, that
Easy.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Where'd my trace go? Whoops, I don't have my trait button open. Here. Let's see. OBS. Nope. There we go. Counters. All right. Traits. Directives. Stargates. Location. Yep, boarding parties is prepped. Anything else? For one momentum, I'll allow you to send a reply on a similar frequency.
Yes.
Do we want to let them know we're coming?
Whoever sent this knows of it. You're right. That's probably a bad idea to let them know that we're jumping on. But at the same time, if there are friendlies, they should be warned.
We could let them know at the last minute.
Yes. So let's have that as an advantage for once we get right in front of them.
Okay. I'll still have that be one momentum, but yeah, you can have that ready.
We got 2 left. We already have the command codes.
Anything else you want to scan? And have done?
You said the destination was E7?
Appears to be the E7. And again, you don't know where they're going to stop, but that appears to be the trajectory that they're going on.
Yeah.
Do we know what's there?
You do not know.
Might be a good idea to look for ships, stations, M-class planets.
I can reveal star class and planetary classes for one momentum.
Okay.
Token layer, sensor scans on screen. So M-class is A-star, so pretty cool. And I forgot to write this down. Hold on. You're seeing 4 planets. In order from the star, we see Class B world. So pretty similar to Mercury. This is a Class N world. So, Venus-like. A Class H world. Desert. And then the last one is a Class J world. Jupiter-like. And in between the second and third planet, there appears to be a Class 1 asteroid belt.
Okay.
So not impossible for life to have popped up on any of those planets. Just unlikely that it's life as we know it.
I mean, yeah, Starfleet, but if anything, the Class H planet is probably your best bet. It's desert-like, but it's still appears to have a nitrogen oxygen atmosphere. It's just, has very low moisture content.
It's a candidate for terraforming, but not much else.
Mm-hmm.
There's no actual signs of life there.
For momentum, and you can scan for our life signs on any particular planet.
Yes.
All right, which planet? The Class H?
Yeah, let's go with the Class H.
Sounds good. Yes, there is a biosphere on the Class H planet.
Nature of the life?
Pretty hard to tell at this range. Appears to be nominally carbon based, and it might be some silica base. He says, "Well,
Okay, so potentially life as we know it, just not dense, not dense enough for us to tell what it is
mhm.
at this range.
Again, you're looking at this from light years away, so
Yeah. I don't think there's much else we can glean from it from this at this point. So I say we just jump ahead of this system and get in front of the Falkland.
Any other words from the peanut gallery?
That sounds reasonable to me. Maybe we could hide in the that asteroid field or something and wait for them to pop in and see what happens.
We're jumping ahead of the system in order to beat them. We're not going to be in the system.
Oh, ahead of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have to go around the system?
Around
Or can
the
we go
system,
in, through, and beyond?
you could go in through beyond on if you want to like do a drive-by scan.
Ooh, let's do a drive-by.
I prefer going around. We don't.
Stick the gats out the window, boys.
I'll get the hydraulics going. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I
Crank up the
think it's
base.
smarter for us to just avoid the system for right now.
You can skirt the outside and get a better scan in as you're driving by. I'll allow that without
That-
aggroing
that
anything
I'll
and getting
agree
close.
Yeah,
No.
that'll-
I could toss a probe out.
Probo
Skirting
still works.
the system and driving by. I'll agree with that. We're not going
Okay.
through it.
I mean, there's one obvious question, and you guys could ask, but
Are you saying there's something obvious we haven't thought of?
Apparently, yes.
About the system
about the system.
that we... Is it...
for life forms? Are we getting through power signatures?
Tech signatures.
Oh,
Yep.
check it out. Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to look for tech signatures?
Yes.
Seems like a thing to do.
There is a class 4 Tetryon on field emanating from the third planet in the system.
Class 4 Tetryon feed.
See, that makes it all the more reason why I don't want to go through the system.
Oh, and there is a power source. 4,788 terawatts.
Is that all?
That sounds like a bad number.
That is like 2 orders of magnitude more than your ship.
Okay, so yeah, again, not going through that and making sure the Falcon doesn't go there. Good idea.
This has hundreds of warp cores worth of power.
Christ. Nothing good can come of us going into that system yet.
So, we've got a subspace breach in the system. Is that what we got going on?
Possibly.
Could be concealing something, or
We don't know from this distance why there's a Tetryon field and power source of that magnitude in that system.
Yeah, this is like
Stopping-
not. This is not quite 12 power, but this is like 10th power.
Stopping the Falcon from entering that system is definitely a higher priority now.
All right, everyone's significantly scared. Let's get it moving.
Yeah.
Let's see. Intercept course. How do
I'm as we go by, I am tuning the sensor dish, directing it right on top of that system. I want a full deep scan.
Sounds
I want to get all
wonderful.
up in there.
All right. Let's do control on. Let's see. Meet him in the system is a 3. To beat them would be a 4. And then there's that Tetron field. Oh, that's an issue. Engines, con. All right. So is Bo Rega getting a shot at the big chair?
Oh, Rega. I guess so.
Maximum finger guns.
You know, Boega has installed hydraulics. That's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And some
my
neon
days
strips.
in a low rider.
True.
Why is the ship bouncing?
These would not be additions that would be made to the ship. That's ridiculous and impractical. You could do it on a shuttle.
We're encountering some pattern turbulence, Captain. I can't explain it.
For some reason, it's straight bumping with this soundtrack.
It's straight pumping.
Computer disallow music being played on the bridge.
Oh, man. We're going to call you Captain No Fun.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at all. There's 3 of us having fun. Can you guess which ones it is?
When your bass is so loud, you hear it in the next part.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Here we come.
What? Oh God, what was that band? And in it was like the 3rd Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book where they had to like quarantine an entire star system for this band to play on.
Right.
Oh, disaster area.
Disaster area. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And their finale was crashing a ship into the star.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. That's just so good.
Nice.
The symbolistics.
That's so good. Maybe we can somehow use that as like an anti-cloak device. We just make the music so loud that we can see the sound waves.
All right, Sorrel. Oh, roll. Go ahead and roll for Bo.
Okay, I'm going to get a bow. Gives you the... I got this. Some Bo Rega. There's Bo. Right. Let's see. This is Control Con Diff 4 Comp 4, of course. Why wouldn't it be? All right. I'm going to give him the focus pimped out ride.
No.
No? Oh, darn.
Like you give him a trait flow rider.
Okay, all right, let's do it. I love it. Okay, helm control has my focus. Let's see, do I get anything to bring that down? Can you add a trait as an activation? I didn't know if that's one of the things you can add.
It's not.
Okay, I didn't think so. All right. I'm going to spend his determination to the value. If you're going to do it in style.
All right.
All right, I like it.
So that'll get us a +2. I am going to, let's see, yes, oh, con, yes. So I will be spending, let's see, what do I need? 2 threat to get an additional die?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, I'll spend that 2. Because I don't want to go too far with the comp 4 on board. So here we go. Let's see here. Control con. Yes. Oh crap! The first one counted.
I'll take the first one. And engines con.
Accidentally double tapped.
Do you want
Let's
to
see? Smith BRB'd.
Do you want to spend some power points to get the auto crit or extra momentum?
Ooh. How much power would that cost?
1 momentum or 1 power point for an extra momentum, and then 3 power or makes the ship auto crit.
Let's spend 3. Let's auto crit.
All right. So 6 out of 4, 2 momentum. You got it.
Nice.
As you're able to zoom ahead and skirt just by the star system, and you can intercept them in intercept them in D6.
All right.
You do have a float.
I'm gonna have the I'm gonna spin a momentum to have the ship's outer lights be jamming.
To what purpose?
We
Well,
are vibing.
We're doing it in style.
Speaking of jamming, should we try and jam their communications in case they try and contact whoever it is they're trying to rendezvous with?
Well, they're not communicating with anybody right now. Now we don't know that their comms are down. We know their transponders off.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if they see us, they may try and say, "Hey, the feds are here." You know.
I mean, the captain's not here, but I guess I would say, as the XO, that's an overtly hostile.
I am here.
Action. Captain. I would say that's an overtly hostile action that we would be taking. I'm not sure we're prepared to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. If Sorrel is describing it as overly hostile, no. I'm not going to jump out of our way to be overtly hostile.
Okay.
It's just some friendly jamming.
Yes.
For two momentum, and you can and say you got there in expedient time, and you're able to get a closer look at the star system before the rendezvous.
I would like that. All sounds great.
That sounds good.
Yeah, spin the 2.
All right. So instead of 1 round out searching, you could do 2 rounds.
All right.
All right. You've seen reason science difficulty of 2 sensor science.
Okay. Sensor operations is my focus. I'm testing a theory to get to 3, 2. Threat to get to 4. Onwards and downwards.
Okay. And then do you want to juice the sensors for our extra questions?
I do want to juice the sensors, and I am going to reroll that 0 too. Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I just had to say something. All right. 1 bonus momentum, 2 bonus momentum, or an auto crit for 3.
Auto crit.
All right. And then, well, I can't really offer that now because they need more or power after that will increase complication range. So.
Okay.
6, 7, 8 on a diff 2. You monster. Okay, day. What? You scan the whole system. In fact, I could just show you the system.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not at the fight music yet.
Yet.
All right. I think I got everything on the token layer now.
I got a Class J there. Class 1 asteroid belt. See, it's up here, Class H.
Yep. And I got some sub notes for that.
Class N. Don't see the Tetrion field. Maybe I'm missing it.
I haven't put it on this screen yet.
Okay.
It's there.
Did the doc just abandon us for a party?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that what he just said? Well, can't blame him.
He abandoned us for an Irish party.
All right.
I mean, let's face it, if he's in New Orleans, playing STA while you're in New Orleans, I don't know.
Kind of a losing battle.
Probably go out and have some fun. The fact he jumped on it all is frankly a testament to his commitment to the game.
All right. What would your spying eyes like to see?
All right. Well, I've seen all the classes of the star and the planets. What else? There's a Class 1 asteroid belt. Where's the Tetrion field located?
Hover over the Class H again.
Oh, over the Class H. Okay, Tetrion field power 478788 biosphere. Class 4 Tetrion. Interesting. Class H is furthest from the sun?
Third furthest. The Class J is further.
Okay. All right. And the asteroid fields between the outers and the inners?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Do we get any information on what is juicing that Tetrion field? You said there was a power source there.
Yeah. There's a power source and the Tetrion fields.
Okay. Do we recognize the technology? Is it a generator? Is it a ship? Is it a giant mech city?
At this range, and you could discern that. All right. So what
Okay.
is the question? And we're asking, what's generating power?
What's generating power?
Okay.
The
It
nature
appears
of
to be
the power
coming.
source.
It appears to be coming from the a specific zone of the equator, and it's coming from a specific spot. So as the planet's spinning away, the signals fading, and then coming back. So it's a isolated source on the planet. You are seeing in some ruins, some geometric shapes on the surface of the planet, indicative of civilization.
But a ruined still is. We're not picking up life signs. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, you're not picking up sapient life signs.
Okay.
But yeah,
Are there any
ruined
ships?
cities no rooftops. You're like just seeing like the walls and stuff of some of the buildings. But you are seeing like distinct like squares and grids of a city layout. But it's in a polar coordinate situation. But
Okay.
they're still like at right angles to each other. Which is very good natural.
All right. Are there any ships in the system?
I can answer that for a momentum.
Spend.
No ships in the system.
No ships in the system. Other than the ruins of on planet H here, any evidence of planetary sapient life forms or civilization on the other planets? Like our little class N over here, or a class B?
I can answer that for a momentum. Yes.
Okay.
There is signs of another complex, at least 5 square kilometers near the polar region of the Class B world, but it appears to be completely inert.
Another ruin?
Similar shape, polar coordinate city.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Anything picking up any? So we know there's a Tetryon field. Anything other than the Tetryon field in terms of unusual radiation, transmissions, spatial distortions?
Anything you can mind meld with?
You know, I mean, I wasn't going to say it. It's hard to mind meld with a ruin. Not that I'm not willing to try. I'm just saying it's hard.
Of course, yeah. Could be a sentient ruin.
Right.
You
There's
don't have time to stop for a mind meld.
Darn it.
There is
Waste
also
time.
Class 1, Class 2 EM field emitting from the Class H planet.
Two. Yeah.
Specifically, it looks similar to the type of EM interference you expect from the Shackleton.
So is this background Shackleton, or is it focused Shackleton kind of radiation?
It's Class 2, so take it that what you will. Is that
Okay.
more focused or less focused than normal?
Okay. Okay. Any EM radiation? Is it coherent? Does it seem like it's some kind of transmission? You said it's Shackleton radiation, but I'm spitballing here.
2, 3, 4. For 4 challenge dice worth of stress, as you can see a signal.
Okay.
You'll take that bargain?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. You take 4 stress as you peer into the EM waves and try to tweak and look at the signals. And do you hear something? I'm sending it to your console.
He took stress?
Yeah, I did.
Took stress to get the answer.
Not again.
Did he trip and bump his head on the console, or?
No. He's just having a bit of an aneurysm because he's poking at things he shouldn't again.
Well, you're looking at this signal. You're straining to hear it. You think you hear voices. is in the static.
Great.
Every once in a while, you hear a word or half a word, or was that a word? Or is this pareidolia?
Oh, good. Sorrel's going crazy.
He's going Event Horizon on us.
Or he's just listening at
No.
or EVPs.
We are the dis, and then there's an interruption. Could be
Yeah.
we are the Discovery. That would fit the our life support I'm gonna say systems are failing or something like that would be my guess.
Yeah, the number of hashes is relevant to like how long of relevant to how long of a break it is between syllables. It's not like exact character to character replacement.
So I don't know how much blank we have. I believe the blank is time. So if I just kind of go with my assumptions, we are the Discovery. Our life support system is failing. I don't know how much time we have. We were trapped. The two P's are missing, but I think it's trapped. We were trapped here and I have no supposition for who trapped them here, but it is approximately Falkland long. I would note that. But that may not be relevant. May not be the Falkland. I don't know. Please, if we do blank escape. Now that's 4 characters. I was going to say if we do not escape. If we do blank escape, we will.
It is not a character to character replacement. So.
Okay, it's not a character. So it could just be. If we do not escape, we will blank. Know how blank time we have blank. That's what I got.
Okay.
The computer sees nothing.
Captain, we've got a distress signal.
Is it actually there, Mr. Sorrel?
I believe so.
Communications would have started receiving it by now.
It's in the it's faint, but it's quite discernible.
So that's what the Falkland thought, is that they heard a distress signal.
Mr. Sorrel, you are ordered to ignore the distress signal until we can verify its existence at all.
I think that violates Starfleet regulations, Captain.
The Falkland is currently undergoing issues related to distress signal. Ignore the distress signal. Again, your orders are to ignore the distress signal until otherwise ordered to observe it.
Captain, I would note that the distress signal does seem to indicate that time is of the essence.
We don't know where or what this distress signal is coming from. Ignore it until we can verify it.
It's also a possibility that if the Falkland picked this up, it could be having some type of controlling effect on them. If this is
Agreed.
An advanced ancient race, they may be able to do this kind of thing.
Agreed. We don't know the circumstances about the Falkland's current condition.
I will note, the computer sees no signal. You can block out that text and say, "There's a signal here. Enhance. Enhance what? There's nothing here. Enhance."
Yeah.
And it's giving boost audio voice frequency for humanoids. There's nothing here. There. Clean. You do several passes over the computer. You hear it. You hear it in your ears when you put it on your headphones. The computer has no idea what you're talking about. So there is a discrepancy.
Perhaps you should wear a psionic inhibitor, maybe.
Do I get the sense this is some kind of psychic connection, communication?
Maybe. For momentum. Yeah, for momentum.
I'll spend it.
Spend that. Yeah, since we still need to spend this down.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe psychic.
That would fit the criteria you're seeing, because the computer itself, if you have a scrambled signal, you could pass it through the computer, and it is like designed to pick out human voices and amplify and de-ess the noises, and you could do several computer passes and clean up a garbage signal, and you can pick it up. Sometimes it's not.
But I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing it as an auditory phenomenon.
Yes, and it's very familiar to how electro voice phenomenon on that ghost hunters might experience. They're just listening to white noise, and the human brain just picks up any little thing and paradolias it into an entire sentence.
Well, this is pretty darn specific.
Yeah, usually EVP is not this specific. This is a little beyond on standard EVP voices. Yeah. Like EVP, you're lucky if you get 3 words in a row. Get out, something. Yeah.
Eases pain, that kind of. Let's see. Okay. Well, if I think it's a psychic phenomenon, I do believe it's real. Can I clear up the psychic distortion?
Oh, Jesus.
It would be another task as to do that.
Okay. So on this one still, do I have a location, a sourcing for this transmission or field transmission?
For momentum, yes.
The cities. Okay, yeah, I'll spend it.
Yeah, because we haven't actually verified that. Yeah, it is the city on the Class H planet.
Okay. Alrighty. I will make a note of that.
For 2 momentum, you can make you can record and lock down. And this is the signal I heard, or you can save it for later research.
Oh yeah, I'll spend that.
It might be relevant.
Yeah. We'll find their desiccated corpses in a few days when we come back.
We'll find nothing but bones because you're chasing a phantom signal.
Don't meta.
Speaking of, I need to change my location. What's our sector? C4? C4-E7.
Reminds me of that episode where the incorporeal creatures took over Troy.
Oh yeah.
And O'Brien and and Data.
Data, yeah.
I go back even further. The Enterprise. NX-01 with the ghost ship.
All right.
Not further chronologically by show airings, chronologically by timeline.
Yep. Sorrel, if you would like to spend a moment and maybe clear up that psionic signal, you could. However, you were told by the captain that this could be dangerous. But you could take it if you take.
He was specifically ordered to ignore the signal.
Yeah, well, there is no signal, so what am I ignoring? I'm gonna try to clear up the psychic confusion.
Preparing to stun the first officer.
Okay, I will
Hit him
say
multiple times.
I'll say you absolutely can, but this will count as disobeying orders. Would you like to proceed?
I love disobeying orders. It's my favorite thing to do.
Excellent.
That has become painfully obvious.
No, this is fine.
Hey, nobody here disobeys orders.
All right. Presence command. Ookie spooky signal to 4.
Nice.
Do you want to take any precautions before we do this?
Precautions.
Psionic inhibitor.
No, but then it's obvious what I'm doing.
You can excuse yourself for a minute.
All right. I'll excuse myself for a minute and go grab some psychic
Or you could just
psychic capacitor.
Or you could just as say, if there's a psionic signal, we should distribute psionic capacitors to the ship, just in case there is a psionic influence.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do.
You know what? I'll take a threat for giving you that suggestion. That's kind of threatening, but it is a help.
Mm.
All right, great. Telepathy is my focus.
1 momentum and psionic capacitors can be distributed.
Excellent. Distributed.
Cool.
All right. Telepathy is my focus. Psychically resilient to reduce the difficulty by 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're at a 3. I will spend 1 momentum, 2 threat to get to 4. And here we go. Rerolling the complication. Here we go.
Oh boy. So I have to switch from this music to... Let's see. Clicky.
Someone's about to enter the find out phase, aren't they?
Yep. Absolutely.
Love the find out phase. Finding things out is what I'm here to do.
It's not that
Boldly
kind of
going.
find out.
All right.
It's the kind where you get stunned.
Hi.
Everybody's jumping to conclusions.
So you reach out telepathically, and oh my god, what is that thing? You are just overwhelmed by the psionic presence here. Someone is screaming for help. This is a loud booming voice coming down the mountain, across space and across time, through dimensions. This is a cry for help that is heard through other realities.
Oh my
That's what
gosh.
we're saying.
This is awesome. I love this.
It's just bad, horrible
Just-
smell.
Do I better understand now what they're saying specifically?
I laughed that you said that we are the Discovery, so I'll clear that up.
No. Okay. I counted the letters and it worked.
I didn't mean it for that, but let's see. So you got 1 momentum.
It's going to just be the displaced.
Oh, 2. How'd you know?
There could be that too.
Oh shit! That was just wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is the displaced.
It's almost like I know things.
Our life support system has failed. Is that what that is? System has failed. That seems to. System is failing. Our life support system is failing.
Mhm.
F-A-I-L. We said it's not necessarily. That would work, right?
That would work. That seems to fit the gap.
Don't know how much time we have. We were trapped here by some bad people.
So this is who the
Basically.
arm was trying to free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
So
thought
maybe
was a
we
bad
should
idea.
free.
Well, I distinctly think we decided that was a bad idea.
It's almost like we should not free somebody who was imprisoned for unknown reasons millennia ago.
But if the bad guys imprisoned them,
We
then
don't
maybe
know
these
who
are
the bad guys are. They
That
could
would be
be
a
the
really
bad
good question.
guys.
That would be a really good question to ask. Who imprisoned them?
Is that last sentence clear up any better? Or who trapped them here? Do they?
Spend a threat. It doesn't ironically click with anything that you are aware of.
So they say a name and I don't recognize it.
They say a name and it doesn't emotionally resonate or click with you. So
okay, we were trapped here by Bob. Please, if we do blank escape, if we do not escape, we will. We will blank know how blank time we have blank. What does any of that mean? Is it any of that clearer?
Yes, but I'm going to inflict some stress on you.
Okay. Stress incoming.
Just 2 stress. I'll ping you for 2 stress for this answer.
All right.
He's gonna start bleeding green blood out of his nose soon.
The grammatical structure is very particular about the order of events here.
We will die and then go mad. We will die and then go mad?
Yes. The
The
grammatical
order of operation doesn't make sense.
The grammar is very particular about that.
Interesting. I'd love to hear them explain what that means.
That's part of the reason for the stress, because it doesn't make sense and it's kind of crazy.
And the displaced have something to do with Vinix's people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the Arn, right?
Yeah. The Arn worshipped or served the displaced or did something to help them.
And so Vinix would be disposed towards helping them, generally?
Is she?
Nope.
Venix was created to serve the Arn. That does not mean they follow the same belief system as the Arn.
Well, okie doke. I'm not sure what else to do then.
Stop while you're ahead before you actually give yourself an aneurysm.
Double down on my current course of action. You know, that's a great suggestion, Captain.
That was the opposite of what I just said.
You have momentum, so yeah. Any other stupid ideas?
You realize
Go
that
for
you're also hurting people in your bond because of this.
So, if they're in some other kind of Tetrion radiation, I get it.
Oh yeah, same as that other planet.
Yeah, and that's subspace. So we're probably here. We're probably got some kind of subspace tunnel here that is allowing at least some kind of communication through the subspace layers or the reality layers, wherever it is they are. There's some kind of what do you want to call it? Convergence or something that is allowing, either technologically induced or naturally, that's allowing this communication. Interesting. Fascinating, in fact. Do I know if this is technology or a natural phenomenon?
Would not know at this time.
Okay.
Cannot tell with current information. But very good theory.
I think I just have to put this in my back pocket at this point. I don't think I've got any further plays. Further message. I guess I could attempt two-way communication. Could I try to psychically connect with them? Doesn't seem like the best idea.
None of this seems like a good idea.
Huh. Doesn't seem like the best idea. What would be the best idea?
Stopping. Listening to the captain for once.
Every time you say that, I want to do the exact opposite. So
I was about to say, you might try some reverse psychology here.
No, that just make him do it more.
Bunch of brats on the bridge.
So I do get the sense that this is a transmission across time and space, right? Time, space, reality, all the things.
For momentum.
Yes.
This does not appear to be a live communication. It's a recording, a repeating event, and something.
Okay, so probably not imminent at this point. Or at least in our current temporal existence.
Wibbly wobbly,
Yeah.
timey wimey corner of the universe.
In
Yeah.
our temporal existence, it's probably already happened millennia ago.
Right, so it could have already happened a millennia ago. Could be still to happen. I mean, we don't know. Oh, what?
Dear
Oh boy.
God.
Thanks, chat. What
What's that
are we doing here?
Chat.
Chat given a threat. I having confirmed that there is no actual exigent circumstances, I guess I'm just going to put this in my back pocket. Duly noted.
All right.
I will, turn my attention to other things.
So you've peered into the void and come back with more questions. A few
I
answers,
have
but
come
more
up with
questions.
Right. Captain Smith,
Yes.
I would like to submit myself for disciplinary action.
Nature of it.
I disobeyed your orders. I made psychic contact with the transmission on the H-class planet.
Mr. Venix, make it known that Mr. Sorrell has been relieved of duty for the rest of our time around this system.
Well,
Wow, okay.
The doors open. The turbolift doors open, and Leslie steps out.
Oh, now you're really in trouble.
Miss Cuff, what business brings you to my bridge?
I wanted to check in and on my husband. Apparently, he was up to something.
He was indeed. He was disobeying my orders and continuing to interact with a phantom signal from the system we are currently passing.
She
Since you are
raises
here, you can have a very long conversation with your husband about poking where he shouldn't after orders are given.
She raises an eyebrow pointedly at you, Sorrel.
Mr. Venix, please escort Mr. Sorrel off of my bridge.
I raised an eyebrow back. I know how to get to my quarters, Captain. I'll leave.
I'll make sure, or I talk to him about sticking his mind where it doesn't belong. if we're not
We'll
at
have plenty of time. He is currently relieved of duty until we leave this area of space.
very well, and she crosses her arms and stands pointedly at the door.
Relieved of duty and going to get a lecture from your wife.
Yeah. Don't worry, Sorrel. We'll pull this back on track soon. Because yeah, you are actually on the way out to leave the system. Because this is the drive-by I sensor scan. You just have an intercept course.
He's still relieved of duty for another until we get into range of the Falkland.
Yep. Yeah, I'm assuming that's kind of what you meant. So
yeah.
So he's relieved of duty until which time we need him, in which case he'll be most able to affect the situation, either good or bad. Okay.
Yep.
He's going to be relieved of duty for several hours at least.
But more of like, okay, you're dismissed is for mental review after psionic contact.
Yeah.
All right. Venix, there hasn't been much you've been up to. Just kind of waiting impatiently.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're about as prepped security wise for what we know of the situation.
Shoot, I was gonna have like a short scene between Sorrel and Leslie, and then we'll cut back because that just makes sense. All right. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
You're a professional.
I'm a professional BSer. Let's see. We got this. We got that going on. Well, there is this other thing that happened. So let's pull that up. All right.
Can't pull up this thread. Let's pull up that one.
So you are at the edge of this system. You're like at the orc cloud skirting by this. Way up here, and you're just skirting the outer edges.
Mm-hmm.
Your power needs. Nope. Power's good. All right. When suddenly, let's see. I have stuff for this. Clicky. Nope. When on long range aim sensors, Tetrion flux starts happening on the surface of the planet. It is long enough of range away that it's not a risk to the ship, but it is like, okay, what is that thing?
There's no sapient life in the system, so It's not a major issue.
Da-da-da-da-da.
It's not affecting the ship. There's no life to be affected. There's no sapient life to be affected by it. Interesting phenomena. We have a ship to go stop a mutiny on.
1, 2, 3. Sir, new contact.
Nature of this contact.
It is a ship. It came out of the rift.
What does it make of the ship? Any known power?
Give me reason con if 3.
That's best suited for somebody who has an actual con score. I think I got a 1 in con.
But Rega could.
Yes.
I got you, Captain.
I could just hear the finger guns.
All right. What was the con roll? I don't see a con.
Reason con diff 3. You need to identify the ship.
Reason con.
Sensors con.
Okay. Standard. I have focus in subspace communications. Would that work?
If you're trying to hail them.
You're just trying to identify it.
Okay.
Gain focus in starship
What
identification.
That seems rather. That seems like a ribbon focus. So no, I don't have that particular focus. But I'm sure Captain Ross does. Maybe I could give Captain Ross a call. He usually has those focuses.
We would be waiting a full day for responses from Rost.
All right, so no focus.
Not over your psychic bro connection.
Sorrel has been relieved from duty. He is not on the bridge.
Oh,
I'll spin a momentum and 2
He's
threats.
Rega doing things.
oh,
Recent con. Here we go. I do have a reroll. And I re-rolled.
I
Okay.
think Bo and Ross would be pros.
I bet they would.
Gain a momentum. Sadly, this is a make and model of ship you are not familiar with. She is scale 3, and that's a lot of weapons. You don't know the make and model ship, but you can absolutely ask questions about other things about the vessel.
It's not a no birth, is it?
Nope.
We would be able to identify a no birth. We cannot identify this ship.
Just making sure.
Good question. Like anything specific about like its armaments, power readings.
Yeah, I think that would all be important.
Yeah.
You know?
Power,
which one?
power and life science would probably be the major two.
All right.
Let's go with life science first.
Life signs for 1 momentum. Approximately 47 and unknown life signs.
47. Does that fit the Falklands crew complement?
No, we know where the Falkland is. This is it's an unidentifiable ship.
I know.
This is not the Falkland.
Okay. You sure?
Yes,
This is a ship that
because
came
you
through
could
the-
not
Yeah, the
identify the
Falklands-
ship.
The Falklands crew compliments is like 300-400.
Okay, good. All right. So I just wanted to, we can get echoes, we can get time displacing. This is Star Trek, guys.
I think
Yeah,
we would
fair.
still be able to recognize the Falkland.
Power signature is matter matter. However, it is at a scale you are not familiar with, and there's also a bunch of Tetrion and Chronoton on power or throughout the ship. As for ornaments, Chronoton on beam banks.
Mm.
And then it has some sort of plasma dispersion system off the snout.
Okay, yeah, unknown ship with Chronoton beam arrays. Yeah, with beam banks. We should probably not let the Falkland go near this thing in its current condition.
Agreed.
Which means we should hurry up and get to the Falkland quickly.
How far out are we from the Falkland?
Little under an hour.
Yeah, let's punch it.
You're just
Punch
gonna wrap. You're just gonna wrap it out of there.
Yeah, punch it. The Falkland is
Cool.
making for this system with a ship with an unknown level of power with Chronoton weaponry. Punch it.
All right.
Punching it.
How much power are you spending and you need to jump away?
We got 6. Let's throw 3 in there.
All right. So warp factor 3. You need to run away. You do have the improved warp system, so you can. Do you have improved warp?
We do.
All right. You can roll 3 challenge dice. On effect, you get a refund.
Okay.
Refund 2. All right. This ship is really not having a good day. So, this is div 0. Let's see, crew task. Is it gonna clicky or no?
Mm. There it goes.
All right, generate 2 threat. I am just doing a simple sensor scan. I'm going to spend and one of them to look at your ship and figure out what the heck you're doing. What is the alert status of the Stavanger at this point?
Yellow alert. Shields up. It would have been that ordered once we got near the system.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. This ship also goes to yellow alert. And it brings up their air shields, and then this is a difficulty 3 check. I'm gonna spend that extra momentum or extra threat. As you're looking at this thing in the back window.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no! All right, I have to. I have to play any of the complications, but this is complication in your favor.
Yay.
As
Bad ship.
she disappears from sensors.
Bad ship.
Who does?
The enemy ship or the unknown ship.
Okay.
Unknown, heavily armed ship that is very much not something we want to mess around with right now.
Wait, I thought we were running away from it.
We are running away from it, and it just disappeared.
You are running away from it, and it scanned you and went to cloak.
Oh, so it's probably chasing us down.
Maybe.
Probably.
You don't know anymore
No.
because she's cloaked.
If only you had someone who could look at the sensors. Well, anyway.
It's fine.
We do have someone on the bridge that can look at sensors. We have Zarkin.
Okay. What?
All right.
Who? Why? What?
Let's
Zarkin's
see.
just as good.
How are we on time?
Keep telling yourself that.
I do want to have like one scene between Leslie and Sorrel. I think we've earned that. Just like
Yeah.
a 10-minute scene, if that's cool.
Sure.
And we'll bounce back to the Falklands and Stavanger actually meeting. But Sorrel, you are led to your quarters. Door closes. I know. Oh, you are an explorer, but do you have to poke every bear trap you find?
Wasn't about exploring, Leslie. You know me better than that. I would not have disobeyed the captain's orders for my curiosity.
You think this is an actual call for help?
It was rather specific and time sensitive. I had to, I could not simply leave it lay.
And she shakes her head and gives that half smile. Of course you couldn't. You are a man of principle, if anything.
Indeed. And I, of course, reported to the captain immediately what I had done because, again, ethics and principles.
Do you think that you didn't reach out to anything, so there's no risk of anything following us back, correct?
I don't believe so. The message, once I determined that the message did not seem to be contemporaneous to our current temporal location, seems unlikely that would then produce some kind of reaction here. However, I can't rule it out. I mean, it is a mystery. I only have 4 questions, having investigated it further. However, it does not seem to be emanating from the planet itself, but rather the planet or something on the planet is focusing and transmitting this call for help from some other place entirely.
Some other place.
Call themselves
and
the
some other place and some other
places.
time.
Yes, they call themselves the Displaced. And it does seem that, in fact, they are quite displaced in time and space.
Did you feel that they were familiar with our universe? If they are transdimensional, was this an alien feeling or something familiar?
Well, I don't know. Author, do I have a sense of that?
Insight command diff 3.
Okay.
Leslie will help. She's curious too. And she's in your mind as is.
Cool.
I'm always on your mind.
Have to be a Vulcan to tolerate that for sure. Okay. Let's see here. Insight command. Telepathy is a focus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She has a Vulcan trait, kind of allowing her to do this. She doesn't have focus. That's fine.
okay. I'm gonna go with 2 threat, 1 momentum to get to 4. And here I go. Oh. We got it.
Got it. Gain it back.
Yep.
So you've met with some really weird alien psychologies. You've
Sure.
melded with the Kraken, and it's very
And a computer.
in a computer. Yeah. So there's some like really weird alien psychic structures that you can interact with, and it's very weird and strange.
So what you're saying, author, is I've been around, psychically speaking.
You've been everywhere, man.
We need to get you psychically tested.
The specific voice I just felt very humanoid.
Okay.
Ve-
Humanoid
very-
voice.
Very humanoid structure, very humanoid in terms of the emotional core of being trapped, being an emotional core of fear of losing oneself. Very humanoid motivations and are behind those voices. But then there's also a little bit of an edge of wrong. Something wrong has happened to us, and now we're in danger because of that wrongdoing.
Okay. So a little anger, maybe, at the having been wronged.
Mm-hmm. Definitely underneath that, there's anger at being wronged.
Yeah. So I would guess we both simultaneously perceive that. I don't need to articulate it.
Mm-hmm. You both just kind of nod knowingly. Well, one thing I've been and taught, especially throughout my years of therapy, is that feelings are not facts. Just because you feel something doesn't mean that is necessarily a truth. Truth has to be
That's true.
discerned from outside yourself.
No,
So
I
these
would
people,
agree.
so these people might feel that they've been wronged, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
That's true. I agree. But as it currently stands, I have no way to. I have no idea how to further contact them, whether or not that contact is even possible, or whether or not any aid can be rendered. So
Let's keep the capacitor on. Keep an open mind. And next time you go, diving out of. You go diving, towards unknown alien consciousnesses. I have your back, as I always do.
I know it in my soul.
But this does concern me because there's two types of people who call for help. Those who need help,
People
and
who
those,
would need help. Yes.
and those who wish to harm you and pull you
Yes,
out
a trap.
of precisely. Let us hope that
Yes.
logic will help us discern which one is which before we are drawn too far in.
Indeed.
So, what
But
are
for
you
now,
feeling?
how about a game of Calto?
So how are you feeling, my husband?
Content. I am curious about this signal, but no longer concerned that it is within our power to render aid to people in distress at this moment, this time, with the information that we currently have. So hopefully we will gain further information and the mystery will be solved.
And the disregarding any captain's orders, is that logical?
Of course, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
So this wasn't snubbing, and this wasn't an emotional a reaction into Captain Smith's Barros command structure.
Well, perhaps I would need some meditation to fully answer that, but I don't believe so. My logic seemed clear, and the path forward seemed quite evident. One must follow one's principles and accept the consequences of doing so.
There might be better ways of achieving goals in the future.
He was quite adamant, and like I said, it was time sensitive. But I could see no alternative at the moment. But perhaps there was.
You two are so stubborn, and it's almost fascinating in how alike you two are.
I see no reason to insult me, wife.
An insult or an observation?
Yeah, I just raised my eyebrow.
All right. And then you suggest Calto, and she pulls out the Calto set and sets it up on the table, and the camera pulls out.
All right.
I feel like it's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
I want one scene just before we jump to where the Falkland is.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to summon Leslie to my ready room.
Okay.
I want to have the full like data that we have on that unknown ship on a pad.
You're gonna have to pull that up. You didn't save it. Save that as sensor data, but you can
pull it up.
Yeah, control science and diff 1 just to pull it up and isolate it. Computer science.
Science. I'm fairly decent with science, so it's fine. No focus. Let's go ahead and give you threat for 4.
And computers. Goodness gracious.
Yep. I'm spending 2 of those that they are very detailed.
Very detailed out scans, absolutely. All right. She comes into your quarters. Hello. Oh, Captain.
Miss Cuff, I believe your area of expertise would be most helpful in this situation.
I assure you that my husband and has been thoroughly briefed on his indiscretion. I know that chain of command and is important in our prospective organizations.
Miss Cuff, situation is quite a bit more than your husband poking his brain where it shouldn't again. Apparently, after you had left the bridge with him, this showed up, and he hands her the pad.
She looks at it, and her eyes go wide.
I'm right to be cautious about this then.
This is a not cool old ship. They're a hostile faction from the 28th to 29th century. This appears to be a 8th century raider.
And these ships can appear out of Tetrion rifts and then cloak.
They do have cloaking and technology. Yes. She also has 400 years on your tech, Captain. I cannot stress enough. Do not get in a fight with these.
I warped us away from the system as soon as possible. Unfortunately, they did scan us and then cloaked. It's unknown if they're following us. And the Falkland was heading directly towards where they just appeared.
So, the chances that this is a trap have just escalated.
Yes.
Although, if they did intend to spring a trap, they're doing this very sloppily. But
I would assume so.
Of course,
if their tech is more advanced than ours, they would have just warped ahead of us and stopped us.
And also they wouldn't have pulled out of the rift until the right time. But of course, Niquel don't have the best temporal mechanics, so they might have got the timing wrong.
That seems to be the case. My cautioning going around the system definitely messed up their timing, apparently. If we had been in system when Sorrel made contact with the rift, the likelihood of them springing their trap on us was definitely higher.
She shakes her head. You're thinking too three-dimensionally. They don't have to be in the system and to scan that you're there. they knew exactly when you would have been there if they wanted and to spring this trap. Your ship has records. You have logs. So you have a detailed account of when you were, of where you are and when you are. If they wanted to spring a trap at the exact right time, I'm on the Stavanger. They can look up the records of the Stavanger 400 years ago. Oh, and be at the right place at the right time. Starfleet does keep records, but I know of no nation that keeps records classified for 400 years.
Right. Then what's the likelihood of them wanting to appear out of this particular rift at this particular time after contacting not only Sorel, but presumably also the Falkland?
Something's not adding up here, but at still, I know the ship's at yellow alert. If you permit me and my husband access to the shields, I can give us some temporal shielding, and that might give us an edge on those chronotons.
We're far enough away from that system. I don't think the rift is going to cause us any more issues, nor is your husband.
The rift isn't what I'm worried about. It's that ship. Yes.
I don't want any more of this displaced nonsense coming back to haunt us. He is allowed to return to duty, and he is to help you with the shield modification immediately.
She nods. Oh, and Captain?
Yes.
Jonathan?
That's serious then.
He had the right idea, wrong framework. Both of you have the same aim goal of protecting the ship and exploring the unknown. You just disagree on the methods.
I ordered him not to interact with that phantom signal because I was afraid that it would cause the ship to incite a mutiny or a similar incident that the Falkland is currently experiencing. Them interacting with the phantom signal is what started this.
And understanding the phantom signal might allow you an edge when interacting with them.
Perhaps, but at the same time, the risk was too high.
Risk is high, but the risk is not infinite.
I believe we both have duties to attend to.
Yes, sir.
And he makes for the door.
She just leaves.
Yeah, he goes back out on the bridge.
Yep. Mr. Vanix.
Uh-huh.
I have some shield modifications for ourselves. I can also give you some tactical information on that at ship that came out of the rift. Can you be of assistance in implementing these changes?
Yes, those will prove most useful.
All right. She would like to do a present security, a difficulty 2 check, focus in temporal mechanics, in order to grant you the advantage of grant you an advantage. You can assist with reason security. As she's explained it, you're trying to understand it.
Right.
Oh, I'm actually going to use science. And it's because then I get a reroll with temporal guidance. And I'll spend 1 momentum to get that 3rd die. One more. There we go. Okay, 2 momentum am generated. As she explains like some of the brute force final details of what kind of weapon systems they have. It's chronoton on radiation. They have beam banks, which works at medium range, and they also have a plasma barrage, which is the plasma flute they have in front of the ship. That's close range, and it does extreme damage. And a lot of it does a lot of lingering plasma damage as well. So staying at long range is the best bet with this ship.
Okay. We'll also advise Mr. Riga about keeping this distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then
one other thing, Miss Cuff, while you're at it, modify the Gettysburg shields as well. If we get in a fight, we'll need her.
Yes, sir. Or we can easily pass that along to the Gettysburg. And then for the shield modifications, control, security. Normally this is diff 1. I'm going to boost it up to diff 2. It's a little technical, but Leslie will be assisting, and then structure security.
Okay, control security.
And I'll be assisting with control science, and you will have a reroll from her.
Cool. All right, let's quash that complication with momentum, please.
We have a reroll.
You have a reroll from Leslie because she's assisting with her science.
Oh, okay. Do I get to reroll that, you said? Or?
Yeah, you can reroll.
Okay.
I can give a reroll to myself or a person I'm assisting.
Okay, there we go.
Sweet. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 momentum. Easy. So this increases your chronoton on resistance and by 1. +1 on for each momentum you pump into that, and 1, and then 1 to apply the same benefit to the Gettysburg.
So we've got 4 extra momentum.
You could drain it and get +10 and resistance to chronotons, because that would be silly.
Well, we'd want to use 1 for the Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm. It depends on how hard you want to swing on this. Now, granted, this is just for chronoton on resistance. This isn't a general resistance.
Let's go with 5 momentum for the chronoton resistance.
Okay.
And 1 for the Gettysburg.
Phoenix, you agree?
Yeah, that's fine.
That works. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the Gettysburg and the Stavanger gains +6 resistance to chronotons.
We have chronoton resistance now, Sorrel.
Cool.
All right. Any other preparations you want to make? And that chronoton resistance will stay until you're breached by chronoton weapons.
I don't think there's much more we can do.
Give me 1 moment. All right. Any brilliant ideas while I left?
Nope, it was radio silence. Like I said, I don't know how much more we can do. Leslie is our best source of knowledge on how to combat the Naquel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's already given us what she could.
I realized way too late that I put the Naquel and the Nakul way too close together on the alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
As always.
Yep. Yeah,
Right,
so I think that's all we can do right now.
All right. Where's my deep space map?
Now we got to go save the Falkland from itself. Then just as we get warping on the Falkland, we send that Morse code thing that we set up way earlier in the game.
Mm-hmm. All right. Duplicate. Oh, this is a little wider than I wanted, but we'll just use a corner of it. So, Stavanger drops out of warp. You have your chronoton resistance. You have your boarding parties is all set.
Mm-hmm. Let's send the Morse code as we attempt comms with them.
Mm-hmm. How far apart do you want to be from each other? Long range?
For now, yeah.
This. All right, 10 power. Her shields are not up.
We're still at yellow alert with shields up because of the Macload vessel.
Mhm. All right, Captain. Message sent.
Open hailing frequency with her.
Hailing frequencies open.
USS Falkland. This is Captain Jonathan Smith of the USS Stavanger. Cease forward momentum and begin shutting down of all non-essential systems. You are currently under investigation.
A young Tellarite appears on the screen. He is very disheveled and stretched out. His uniform's arms out of whack and everything. You give a difficulty 2 Insight Command if you want to poke at that. Otherwise,
Diff 2. Okay. You can have a threat. I have psychology as a focus.
absolutely.
And it was presence command? Or
insight.
something else?
Insight Command.
Insight? Okay. Insight command. That's fine. Okay. And onwards. Yeah, it's fine.
Difficulty 2, so 1. Yeah, this is a man who has not slept. He's running on caffeine and adrenaline. And he's also very uncomfortable in that chair, but is kind of like steadfastly keeping himself in that chair on principle. But he is way in over his head.
To whom am I speaking?
This is Lieutenant Nesso Coffer.
Lieutenant, you are ordered to cease forward momentum and are under investigation under presumptions of unknown activities and failing to report in.
Don't have time. I'm Captain.
Your current heading will lead you into a ship that will destroy your vessel. Cease momentum unless you want your short career to end now. I'm trying to save your life, son.
You can go ahead and do presence command. Do you want to present evidence of any of this? They'll make this task easier.
Let's just give him a general idea of it, not the full on description. Weapons outmatching them, scale and the scale of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Easy enough.
Power level, unheard of on a ship of its size.
Okay. Are you deceiving or lying to him?
No, I'm not trying to lie or deceive him. I'm giving him the facts that will instill the danger of the situation without making him panic further on that it might be something from our past that is coming back to bite us.
All right. Presence command, difficulty 2. He has a trait making this more difficult. Complication 2, because you are trying to withhold some of the more critical classified information from him. You might overexpose him into classified information.
Okay. Diplomacy or psychology as a focus?
I'll take either or. Oh, and communication command.
Okay. So I'll go with diplomacy as a focus. I have diplomat as a trait. Knock that comp down.
Diplomat fires. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm acting as a diplomat.
Well, I was more wondering, like, if you could be a diplomat to someone in your own chain of command, but yeah, you can act diplomatically. You can act nicely.
Okay, you can have a threat.
Okay.
There it goes. Okay, and that's making. What was the role for the ship? I can't see it.
Communications command.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing a little bit more of a new social stress system here. So, all right. So 2 extra.
Definitely hit it.
Yep, it's 2 extra momentum. So, all right. So we can get the save here. Currently you're doing 1 stress as to him. For every. Do you want to do 1-to-1? Yeah, we'll just keep it 1-to-1. For every 1 momentum, you can do an extra stress to him as you are like leaning into the details of this. You're trying to pull at his heartstrings. The idea is you want to do as much stress to him as possible to either get him to relent. At any point, if I think narratively I would relent, I can just relent. But if you can fill my stress track, I am forced to relent and comply to you.
How much stress am I doing right now?
Let me double check. Talents, search of fundamentals, Indiana. This is me trying to be cute and use 2 systems at once.
Oh, and we lost a row. This is what we get for wanting to do 1.5e.
Yep. 276. But no, I kind of like what this is trying to do for social conflict.
Cyril got internet issues, so that's why he dropped.
Yep.
It's interesting that I get to do stress as the captain who doesn't do any fighting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was liking about it. So okay, so it's whatever. So it's directly related to how many successes you get. So you got 2 successes over, so you gain 2. So there's 2 stress already, and then 1 extra stress for each momentum after that.
Okay, then let's go with 3 stress now.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to be the diplomat here. Someone has to not shoot everything at any given moment.
All right. Sorry for the derail, though.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm doing 5 stress to him off of this interaction.
I don't want to give in, but because as you did 5 stress, I'm gonna give him traits to help you, kind of like a social injury.
Okay.
Wait. So that ship's in the system. That must be what's that's hurting them. We have to go.
No.
Oh, now we really have to go.
No. Son, no. The distress signal is outside of our temporal understanding. It's not something that we can deal with right now.
But this other ship, it must be doing something to hurt these people.
This other ship could also be the one sending this message to lure you in. Trust me, I've dealt with enough false signals during the war to understand this is always an eventuality.
Presence. Uh-oh.
Bad chat. Bad chat.
Bad chat indeed.
Oh, dear God.
Your cat disapproves of giving us threat.
The cat's going to judge her all night. Mm-hmm. What did chat do?
I'm trying to think how to narrate this.
What did chat do?
Also, I'm a lieutenant. I graduated from the academy 10 years ago. I am not a son.
And I'm pushing 80. What's your point? Everyone's a son to me if they're younger than me.
All right. Presence, command, and opposed. One trait and another traits. Aims balance out.
Okay.
You have +1 difficulty because as you insist on calling him son, and just he's offended by that.
Right.
He's off put by you at least this round.
All right. Diplomacy as a focus.
Mm-hmm.
Diplomat as a trait. Bringing down my difficulty.
Yep, I'll allow that. So you're even.
You know what? Let's throw Olive Branch and what's that? I think there is another one on the Gungnir. On the Gungnir, like Stavanger. God, that brain hurt. Olive Branch and Renowned from the Stavanger.
Ooh, yes. Yes, those would hit. +2 hits. It's Smith.
All right.
Is Sorrel still in this corner?
I also have diffused attention. He's really gunning for a confrontation with this ship.
Absolutely fires.
And I will give you additional threat for the 4th die.
So an extra 2?
Yes.
All right.
Onwards and downwards.
And without seeing what you rolled, I'm really motivated for this.
Re-rolling that.
3. Do I?
Much
Yeah,
better.
I could totally pull. All right, so 3 and then 1, 2. I'm spending 3. I'm getting +2 hits. It's for determination, and on unseen they suffer, unheard they cry. There's people crying for help, man. I gotta help them. So.
Hey, Arthur, I have a thing I want to try when you get a sec.
Yeah.
No?
1 second. Let me roll this.
Yeah.
That's a thing that
Sorry.
you might have missed, Sorrel. Leslie pulled you to help with the shield modification, which got you back on duty.
Oh, yeah, true.
And clicky.
Okay. Game of Kelto, we'll have to wait.
All right, so 4. All right,
Oof.
so go for 6, and Smith.
I only got 5. I had
6, 7.
2 additional traits.
Yeah, 6, 7. So you hit.
Okay,
You win.
I win. Yay.
So you do one stress to him, +1, and for each momentum.
Yeah, let's throw all 4 in there.
One, 2, 3, 4. And another trait. I am confused. All right, Phoenix, yes. Now all this is resolved.
I'd like to talk to Sorrel real quick. Mr. Sorrel, can we see if there's any type of communication going to the Falkland that might be carrying this distress call that we can block? You know, maybe it's being transmitted to them in some way that can be blocked. We could scan for maybe some type of
Like a psychic capacitor for the whole ship?
that, or maybe it's a technical thing. Maybe there's some type of frequency that's being, transmitted to the ship. That, like a subspace frequency or EM frequency, something like that.
When I investigated the message before, it did not display any physical manifestation of the signal.
Above board, Sorrel would know of a way to block the signal with the shields, with the shield modification, but their shields are down and they are not currently listening to us.
We could extend our shields.
We're also
Or
long range.
We could use the prefix code to put the shields up and modify them.
Prefix code's an option. You can also get in close range and extend your shields. You would have to be in close range, and you're not sure how hostile that seems. So,
I think you should try to convey this to the captain. Have him like mute, or have comms mute the channel for a moment, and
yep, you can mute.
Do some whispering.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
We'll do that. And Captain, I would like to see if we can block the distress call from the Falkland to see if I can snap them out of whatever state they're in.
In what regard? A shield modification problem? Maybe? I don't know.
Either engaging their shields with the prefix codes and modifying them, or extending our shields around them, but we'd have to get a lot closer.
They're not exactly trusting at the moment. Getting closer to them would cause them to go to red alert and attack us. If they're in that incline.
The best way would be to change their shields and then engage them with the prefix code.
Agreed. Mr. Sorrel, Mr. Venix, begin working on getting their shields raised and modified to block this psionic signal.
All right.
All right. You go to do so. However, I'm gonna need a. Oh, it's right here. Insight reason.
I say that we could block it with the shield modification because I believe we did get that from one of our sister ships before.
Yeah. There's a specific shield modification issued to block psionics easily.
Well, not necessarily the Stavanger getting it. Definitely the Gungnir got it.
Mm-hmm. And that's just known.
Would know it.
Yeah, that's just known throughout the fleet. Insight command difficulty 1 versus computers command. One of you can lead, the other can assist.
So this is for either Sorrel or I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you two who are trying to use the prefix code.
Given
There's-
the nature of the role, I think Sorrel would be better suited
Yeah,
for it.
I was going to suggest that.
Okie dokie. Artichoke.
Would I be able to assist with my familiarity with command codes in this at a captain level?
You would. Computers focus would apply here, based on the situation.
Since I am helping with a command roll, you have a reroll.
Okay. Computers as my focus.
Yes.
I will spend one threat to get to 3. Onwards and downwards. I have a reroll. There we go.
All right, and then computers.
They started. Computers command?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Computers, no.
I think we got enough to quash that.
We got enough to quash,
You-
yeah.
you got
my
enough to
roll my roll did it.
Yep. So we gain 1 momentum off that. The Falkland is not currently receiving commands. You try to hook up with her and handshake the computer, and the Falkland computer is not to be found.
Whoa. We're trying to
they've
hook up
done-
with her? I
They've
mean,
done
we
a
just
lot
met her.
more. They've done a lot. We've met her several times. Stop that.
Hey,
I mean,
just
maybe
met
maybe
you.
a date or
So not
flowers?
just the fact that they're not broadcasting anything, they've disabled a lot of major systems as well.
They've air gapped their computer, it seems.
Mm.
So in order
Well-
to send the prefix codes in, you're going to have to do some social engineering to get the guy to rehook up his computer to the antenna.
Or we get them in a place where we can get closer and
We just beam over and do it.
shield.
Yeah, I was going to suggest we could just take our
Yeah.
boarding party and beam to the bridge and do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it.
Yeah. We still have to get closer. We're currently at long range.
Let's just kind of close casually and
Spending two threats. The Falkland and has a target lock.
Comms unmute. Lieutenant, I am not your enemy in this situation.
I'm not going to let you stop me.
You have to stop, Lieutenant. I'm not going to let you throw away your life and the life of your entire crew for a perceived distress signal.
It's not perceived, it's real.
It's not real. We had encountered a similar signal in that system.
Then you know what I'm
It was
talking
not
about.
registered. It is not registered by our ship. Only one crew member even identified that there was a distress signal.
Oh, I have an idea.
I like ideas.
Author, what is the difficulty of beaming over a psychic inhibitor directly to his head?
Oh my god!
It's probably going to have to be Veth that makes that roll. He's the best transporter chief we got.
You would need the best transporter chief you got.
Yeah.
You would have to be in close range, and you would have to drop shields to be in transporter range. And you would have to. Let's see. It's not on a pad, so if you start from a pad, I'll say difficulty 3.
Okay, how about this? We Picard maneuver to close range, drop shields, beam it over on his head, bam, Bob's your uncle.
that chat.
That sounds pretty cool. But also, Smith, I will say, like, how much stress have you done to this guy so far?
I did 5 to start with.
You've done 5 and 5, so you've done 10 stress.
Yeah, I've done 10 stress to this guy.
How much more do you think he could take before he cracks?
I don't think much more.
So there's that to consider as well.
I motion to mute comms. If he doesn't yield after this, Mr. Rega, use Picard Maneuver Alpha.
All right.
That's right on Oliver.
Hi there, Captain.
If he's not going to listen, I'm going to have to ensure that their safety is taken, whether they want it or not.
Control command difficulty 2 plus engines con to set that add up.
Okay.
I think this is the first time I've done a Picard maneuver. This is awesome.
Control command. Strategy and tactics.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
And you can have, you know what? Full boat.
Sure. What's the worst can happen?
A lot. A lot could happen. War veteran as a trait.
Yes. Diff 1.
And onwards. I'll take it.
Dang.
Engines con.
Oh, Jesus.
And the engines con.
I'm getting it.
Yep.
Kind of. Yeah. I blew the roll on the first.
Yep. Rega's rip roaring and ready to go. Oh, he's keying that in, and he can get you within 2 meters of their bridge if you wanted to. You could be staring face to face. He's gonna do a barrel roll in and inverted and have your bridges looking at each other.
Tap on combat before, real quick. Mr. Veth, grab a psionic capacitor and prepare it for transport to that ship if needed. I want it directly on this location, and he gives the location where it would attach itself to the lieutenant.
Blink, 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 blink. Captain, you sure?
This is the worst case scenario if he doesn't stand down. And I need the best transporter chief on this ship.
Tell her right swear. Tell her right swear. Tell her right swear. You got it. Tell her right swear.
Cuts the comm with that. Communications on mute. Lieutenant, this is the last warning I'm giving you. Stand down and save yourself and your ship. It's not worth it. You're chasing a phantom signal. I have 2 psionics on my ship that have already verified that it is not coming from a ship or any actionable location. Our computers are not picking up any distress signals from that system.
Presence command opposed.
Okay. Diplomacy as a focus. Diplomat, renowned, and olive branch as traits.
Yep.
Diplomacy is the first and last solution to anything.
Jesus. All right. So how many things are? That's like 3 traits.
I have 3 traits. I have a value, and I have a focus in play.
Goodness gracious.
And you're getting the full boat. I want those 4.
All right. 5. And you hit it just right, he is going to relent. He's not going to resist. That is 6 momentum. Plus 5. Oh my goodness. What did I do? What did I do? This is illegal.
Stand down, son.
Is it?
What?
Mr.
maybe-
Rega,
Okay, maybe I should
move us in closer to that ship. We need to help the lieutenant undo his mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Captain Coxa and Command will not throw the full book at you, since you have understood that you have made mistakes and are repentant for them. You were acting in what you thought was the best interest of the Federation. You see all the momentum just ticking down.
Hmm. I don't think I should have actually granted you the momentum. I just kind of like want to emphasize how much of a baller move that was.
Diplomatic captain.
You Picard speeched him.
That's the second time I've Picard speeched like that hard.
And it's especially considering some of the other traits at play.
Yep. Mr. Sorrell, Mr. Venix, prepare away teams to aid with any incidents that had occurred on that ship. And the lieutenants, while in a good place, ill-advised notions of mutiny. Lieutenant,
Aye, sir.
make sure that your crew understands that you are standing down and allowing us to aid you in rectifying the mistakes of the past few days.
Aye, sir. I'm sorry.
Taps on comm badge. Mr. Veth, you may stand down. The last resort is no longer needed.
But it would have been
Oh
so
man,
cool.
I was looking forward to that.
Fortunately, he saw reason.
So you move to within close range.
Yep.
Lower shields and start beaming over.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So who is going over to Falkland?
While this is going on, I want where's the other? I remember who's the command guy. I want Lieutenant Commander Zero to take the Gettysburg out and keep a watch in case the Knockwell ship shows up.
All right. 2 momentum, and you can do that.
Take it.
All right, and then I'm gonna swap this out because you're deployed. So, Stavanger lets out the Gettysburg, and he starts doing patrols. And that's under Zero.
Yeah, it's under
Yep.
Zero's command.
Cool. Who's going over to the Falkland and to help?
Everybody jumps at once.
Well, we're already going over, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
let's
who
go.
is going over?
You two, yeah.
Well,
Well,
then
that's
it's
irrelevant.
boarding teams.
Phoenix and Sorrel, okay, and boarding teams.
The boarding teams aren't armed to the teeth to try to put down a mutiny. Now they're just putting down anybody who isn't completely on board with standing down.
Put the Type Force back in the lockers.
Put the Type Force back in the locker.
Aww.
I know.
Man, someone canceled Christmas.
Sending medical and engineering team, a medical and engineering team, just as precautions.
All right, so beaming things over. Zeru is doing picket patrols.
Mhm.
For Zeru, go ahead and give me control command difficulty 3.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's give him the value one eye open.
Totally makes sense, especially for a Bajoran.
Mm-hmm.
I can totally see that being a thing.
It
And then-
also plays into the fact that he is a cautious officer.
Mm-hmm. And last scene of the night.
All right, and that's a control command.
Control command div 3, assisted by sensor security, Gettysburg.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a momentum. He does not have a focus for this. So onwards. Back up for the Gettysburg. Yeah, it's not the Gettysburg. Off. Close all those tabs. Open Gettysburg. Sensors and what?
Security.
Okay. Got it, and the Gettysburg didn't hurt us.
Cool. So, scooting around. Oh wait, this is making me look. All right, so you guys are on the Falkland. Gettysburg is going to be up here. And then
God damn it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, the cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
6 ships.
No. 6 threat at worth.
Oh, 6 threat. 6 threat. Okay.
So 2 scale
6 threat
3s.
worth a bad thing. 2 scale 3s. The same kind of ship.
Mm-hmm.
And Leslie
And-
was panicked because of one of them.
And guess who has their shields down because you're transferring officers?
Mm-hmm.
Bidoo. Bidoo. I'm getting my first shot in.
Oh, not cool.
We don't have the resistance because that was part of our shields.
Uh-huh. I'm playing dirty.
Hey,
At least the
Kirk
Gettysburg
anyway.
had her shields up.
Huh? Gettysburg does have her shields up. Falkland and Stavanger do not because as you were actively transferring crew at the time. This is going to be difficulty 2. shot. You know what? I'm gonna spend some threat. Difficulty 1 because I spent some time getting that sweet target lock. And then a little bit extra here.
It's clearly not following the Marcus de Queensberry's rules.
Nope.
These are
Dirty fool.
guys who created an entire Cold War because their planet was destroyed. I don't think they want to play fair ever.
Fair enough, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gain 2 threat as rainbow beams flash out from the twin ports on the front of this ship and lash out against the Stavanger. Oh wait, that is so wrong. Is it? Oh, that's reading as a torpedo. That is so wrong. All right. Ah, 3 plus 5 plus 2 should be 10. All right, not 10, 8. There we go.
My screen went white.
Okay.
Brain just got confused.
1, 2.
Now all my things
4,
are closed.
5, 6,
God damn
7. 7 damage. Minus 5. I resist. 2 damage. I could do a little better than that. 2, 3. All right.
My resistance is 7.
Your resistance is 6. So
Oh. Yeah.
All right. So I spent N3 to pierce through 6.
Well, the Stavanger A deployed is 7 resistance.
Oh yeah, you have a blade of
Oh,
armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you still have one.
We're normally higher because of the Gettysburg attached.
All right. That's still two breaches.
Mhm.
Okay. That is. That is 1 breach to weapons, 1 breach to sensors.
Sorrel, he hit your sensors.
Dare he?
Weapons breach.
Told to avoid a
Sensors.
fight when it was just 1 ship, and now there's 2.
Yeah, but it's 3 to 2.
It is 3 to 2. And then
It would have been 2. It would have been 3 to 1, or 2 to 1 if they jumped us before we got to the Falkland. And she still told us to avoid a fight with them.
All right, target lock on the Falklands. And for my second guy. All right, spend 2 to get the jump on it, or keep the initiative. And then +1.
Suffice to say, Leslie, if she is not on the bridge after having done things, she is being recalled to the bridge.
She's running to the bridge right now.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wait, I messed up on my on the breaches. I did 5 more. Captain, I need 2 challenge dice from you.
Okay.
Both breaches go through. All right. And then Chronoton energy breaks. Roll that 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage on the Falkland. Resistance 4. So. All right. So 2 challenge dice. Both breaches go through. Oh no! One of those is a structure breach.
Oh, goody. Whose structure is being breached?
Falkland.
Oh, so the place where Sorrel and Venix are.
So Sorrel, Venix, and Kofor and Koxa need to roll challenge dice.
Aren't you guys glad that you're over there?
Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks for reminding them.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Sorrel, Venix, one challenge dice each.
1 ping each vicinity.
All named crew members are fine. But there's a large gash through the aft primary hull of the Falkland, and as she is hit pretty badly.
Well, at least they're on a medical ship with a large amount of medical supplies, and we sent them with a medical team.
Mm-hmm. But these 2 ships, if uncloak and just unleash fury onto the 2 sitting ships as the Gettysburg sweeps around and calls out that there's a calls out that these ships are decloaking. And with that, we end tonight's episode.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We end on a cliffhanger.
Of course. But we also end with talking down our dumb officer who had good intentions, just the wrong idea.
I'm disappointed we didn't get to try my plan.
Instead of no Picard maneuver and prefix code, because that wouldn't have been cool at all.
It would have been cool. It would have been cool. Philosopher being
there was a possibility that
onto somebody, capacitor, whatever it is.
There was a possibility that the young man wouldn't have been talked down and would have done something stupid.
It just means that I am a great diplomatic captain.
Yes, now you have to talk to a temporal terrorist who thinks your existence is anathema to their society.
Yay.
And with that, the credits will roll. Be sure to catch us next week, Thursday, hopefully at 7 p.m. We've been having some scheduling stuff, but I'll keep chat advised as I'm aware airplay. Thank you to our awesome players tonight. You can check out our royalty-free music at incomptech.com. As always, we are forever grateful to Mildifius for giving us the tall ship and to Gene Roddenberry for giving the stars to guide us. Until we meet again, go out and find your next adventure.